Well, hi. My name is Sam O'Donnell, and I'm part of the faculty here at Southwestern College Professional Studies. I'd like to talk to you about how it is that we engage learners. There's several things that we do, and it all comes together. And well, let me illustrate this for you. So you may not believe this, but what I hold in my hand is a spool of thread. This is bonded nylon thread, and it is extremely strong. And you can yank on this. Matter of fact, I'll set it down here. And you can yank on this as much as you want. It's not coming apart. This thread is used in leatherworking. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like, there's a little pouch that I made to illustrate the stitching that is used. Now, this stitching right here, get it into my camera, there we go. Right here, you can see that that is very, very strong. So that thread is not going to pull loose. In the same way, there's a common thread that runs through all of our Southwestern College Professional Studies courses. That thread is something called engagement, and it covers our collaborative learning and our instruction, our integration. It is our culture at Southwestern College Professional Studies. So I'd like to explain some of this to you. And as we go through, I want you to be thinking that all of this comes together to create one whole. That bonded nylon thread is used to create leather goods like this journal I'm showing you. And to follow the analogy just a little bit further, we as instructors are writing on the pages of these students' lives and helping them to get to their next chapter. This isn't just your common, ordinary household thread. This is a strong, bonded thread that runs through everything we do at Southwestern College and is our guiding principles for how we do it. So let me share my screen with you. And I will need to put on my dollar store eyes so I can see. And then we'll share our screen. And we will launch, here we go, our presentation. So here at Southwestern College, it is all about engagement. And that goes from student to faculty to team members. Everything that we do here is learner-centered. We are wanting our learners to learn as much as they can from our experienced faculty. And so our engagement, collaborative learning, and instruction, all of those are integrated through everything we do, whether it's the announcements, discussion, feedback. And we are continually working to enhance those elements as we fulfill our mission here at Southwestern College Professional Studies. So our mission, in short, is to prepare students for that next chapter, and everything that we do revolves around that mission. And again, it is learner focused, and everything that we do revolves around that. Our mindset is, how does this affect the learner? How does my engagement on my discussion board, how do my announcements come across? Are they helping the learners to grasp those concepts? And so we're continually engaging our learners through the discussion board, through the announcements, through our feedback that we give. So our mission is that we provide a values-based learning experience that emphasizes intellectual, personal, and spiritual growth. Remember that values-based learning, that's part of our culture. And it emphasizes intellectual, personal, and spiritual growth. All of that holistic portion of that encompasses that mission and revolves around everything that we do here at Southwestern College. So when we talk about integration, we're talking about engagement, collaborative learning, and instruction. All of those make up that thread that I talked with you about at the beginning of this video. So engagement, collaborative learning, and instruction. We engage our learners, we find new and innovative ways to reach those learners and teach them the way they need to learn. Our focus is on the learner so that they can learn the most that they can through their time in our classes. We have these students just for 6 weeks, so our engagement with them is vitally important, and that collaborative learning is across the board. That's faculty, that's learners, that's staff members, that's the ancillary offices, their academic success coach, the writing center, the Dietz library, all of that is integrated and works together for the good of our learners. And we want to teach them how to collaborate effectively here when they're with us, so that translates out into their work environment and wherever it is that they will wind up. So it's about engagement, but yes, but how? We do that once again through our discussion board, and it's a mindset for us faculty members that how do I engage this learner? How do I draw this person out? How do I draw them into the discussion by asking open-ended questions and finding out what's important to them and connecting what's important to them and what they know to what they have not yet comprehended. And so in our announcements, we also do that, and we put out our announcements in such a way. We engage the learners at the beginning of the week. We engage them again midweek, but we also engage them when we see issues arise. If we see a common thing happen through the course, there's a particular concept that maybe the class is not grasping, well, that's a prime opportunity for learning, and so we leverage those announcements and that discussion board and those forums so that learners can get the most out of it. It's like that thread that I showed you. That thread runs through our discussion board, our announcements, our feedback, our instruction. As we grade papers, and the feedback that we're giving, we give to the learners in an effort to help them learn, and that's that learning thread that runs across the board throughout everything that we do. It covers our announcements, it covers our discussion board, that thread covers our learning, and it should be perceivable from discussion board to announcement to the videos that we do. Everything that we do is part of that integration of the collaboration, the working together. The learners even see that in the way that the staff and faculty and other supporting cast work together for this engagement here at Southwestern College. So when we talk about collaborative learning, we're talking about the learner. How does the learner grasp what it is that we're teaching? They are, in a sense, our customer. And so that connection with their instructor, that instructor is the first line, the first person that the learner interacts with. So that relationship between the two of them is vitally important. And the academic success coach working with the instructor and the learner to help them to succeed. We have our learner success at heart as we go through these weeks that we have with them. And then there's the other teams, the academic success coach team I mentioned, but then there's the online writing center and the Dietz library and a whole host of others that all work together collaboratively to help our learners grow and learn in that holistic process that is our mission. So we're looking at growth and looking at learning, and in our strategy is simple. Everything is learner focused. Everything has a common thread running through it. And we're very intentional about these elements. We engage. Our instructor and learner involvement is throughout the class. And this constant engagement of learner focused. I've had learners reach out to me after the classes. I've had learners be surprised when they look at the discussion board and, hey, here's a video of my instructor talking to me. I had one student tell me, I have never seen my instructor before. I've had students tell me, I've never had a professor call me. And it means the world to them. That instructor and learner involvement continues throughout the class and even afterward. I've had students reach out to me afterward. Maybe they had a question or needed a recommendation, and I'm happy to do that. It's all part of the same puzzle. We leverage the technology. I talked earlier in this video about we're creative. We continue to leverage technology, whether it's Zoom, PowerPoint, Prezi, Powtoon. There's a host of them, and we're constantly learning more and bringing more on board, whatever creative ways that we can use to bring that all together to help the learners to grasp the information. Our feedback is intentional. That feedback happens on the discussion board, quizzes, returned work, on the rubrics. Everything is geared toward how can I help the learner grow in this particular subject matter. That's why the college hires subject matter experts in the particular fields. It is that important to the college that we have practitioners of the individual subjects who are working in the on the faculty, so that our learners get that practical side and learn that praxis piece. So all of our discussion board, quizzes, return work, all of that contains good feedback and contributes to that collaborative learning. We're learning as a group. I tell my learners all the time, I'll learn as much from you as you learn from me, because we really are smarter together. There are experiences that you've had, that I've had, and as we share those together, we learn together and we're smarter together. So at Southwestern College, it's all about engagement. It's about reaching into the lives of the learners and making that connectivity across the board. And that's something that we do from start to finish. And it's a ethos that exists throughout the culture at Southwestern College Professional Studies. So it really is about the learners and us learning together. So I'll stop my share. And as we wrap up, remember that we're building something good in the lives of our learners. And we are writing on the pages of their lives. And we have this opportunity to reach our learners. And so we do it the best that we can. And we're continually learning, and they're continually learning from us. So that's it for the engagement, collaborative learning, and instruction and integration assignment. And I hope I've satisfied the requirements for this particular course. And let me know of your comments. As always, I can be reached at samuel.o'donnell@sccans.edu, and my information is in your syllabus. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the feedback on this little video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around our virtual campus. Take good care.